Look at this geezer, dropping from the sky like he's late to clock in. Swords flashing like he's trying to show off for the cameras. And what's he after? This big purple muppet looking like it got rejected from every horror film going. One swipe and it's bedtime for the demon. Hero don't even break a sweat. Man's probably thinking about what takeaway he's having after. Look at him, standing there like he just wrapped up a world tour. Crowd's going mad, begging for a handshake. He lets out a tired, "Ha, man's done with all this drama." Thinking, finally, back to my world. But you just know he ain't getting that holiday. Look at this sparkly cosmic bloke, floating in, acting like HR saying, well done after years of trauma. Hero's just staring, dead inside. Bruv, every time it's the same. You waffle on about choices, then reset my life. Just tell me, am I finally going home or what? This shiny muppet goes, yeah, I'll send you back. Hero's like, bruv, you nicked me from my world, worked me 20 years, and now no payout? Not even my memories? Cosmic geezer just shrugs. Time was frozen, innit? You ain't lost nothing. Yeah, sound. Man suffered for free. Man staring in silence, fully done with life. Sparkly geezer just sighs like he's the one stressed. Fine, I'll send you back. Hero's thinking, hurry up before you chat more nonsense. Then she tries to sweet talk it. Don't worry, you'll get compensation. Yeah, bruv, bet that's just trauma with a gift wrap. Course, she says, you won't remember it. Classic. Then she's flexing, here, have a bit of my power, call it a gift. Yeah, cheers, mate. Just what he needed. More cosmic baggage. Your choices will shake the world. Bruv, they always end in trauma anyway. Hero's standing there thinking, then what? More nonsense. Hero's like, can't you at least drop a hint? Cosmic Muppet hits him with a cold no. Why is he always a no? At least let me keep me memories. Big shiny bloke just stares, dead silent. Then goes, now, go. Bruv's halfway getting yeeted and still shouting, wait a sec. Hero's shouting, I'm not done talking. But the heavenly representative don't give a toss. Just floats there all smug, waffling on about sending him back to where it began, like it's some poetic excuse. Gonna watch over your journey. Yeah, bruv, watch him suffer from your fancy skybox. Proper cheek. And there he goes. Cosmic Muppet just yeeting him through space like it's bin day. Man screaming, flailing about. Probably thinking, swear down, 20 years of unpaid labour and I still get launched head first. One eye pops open like, bruv, again? Peak betrayal. Man wakes up on the floor looking rough, like he just crawled out of a 3-day bender. Squints around all dramatic. It's so bright. Yeah, bruv, that's called daylight. Welcome back. Picks up his phone, still half asleep, thinking, why do I feel weirdly refreshed? Probs, 'cause the heavenly representative finally clocked him out. For now. The MC clops his phone, sees about 20 panic texts from the manager. Man's been ghosting shifts like he was still off saving continents. Next thing you know, he's legging it down the street, screaming, I'm late. Yeah, bruv, that's called minimum wage reality. Gets chewed out by the boss looking ready to combust. And the MC just stands there, smiling, thinking, ha, I'd love to be rich for one bloody day. Relatable, fam. The MC's staring at the till, looking at snacks he can't afford, thinking, how's my life always this skint? Bro's got 2 part-time jobs and still can't pay the rent. Peak capitalism. He's sighing like, this gig's dead anyway. Then mid-existential crisis, man's like, if only I'd awakened. And suddenly, boom, something weird's kicking off. Proper timing. Mid-shift meltdown, the MC gets hit with a pop-up like he's downloading dodgy software. Activates unique trait, skill master. Bruv just stands there, eyes wide, looking like he's seen the rent fairy. Huh? Man can't believe he finally got a buff that ain't trauma. So, the MC finally gets his glow up, awakened, just like that. Turns out he ain't the only one. You've got a whole squad of fancy users, all looking like they just walked out a gacha game. 5 years now, bruv. This mad fantasy reality's been running the world. Like some big cosmic prank no one can switch off. And with all these shiny awakenings came the fields, popping up all over the shop, like the world fancied a new hobby. Didn't take long before everything revolved round the loot you could nick from them. Now the users, a lot of them think they're heroes, get to run about bashing monsters and claiming territories. Whole planet turned into one big fantasy raid. Even doing the dead jobs in them fields gets you a wedge, bruv. Cleaning goblin guts off the floor pays more than retail. So now everyone's chasing that user life, thinking they're the next big thing. Sure, it means stepping into God knows where, but when there's cash, loot, and shinies floating about, yet man'll risk getting clapped for a couple gold coins. Real talk, not every user's rolling in it. Most of them, flat broke or flatlined. Now, some lucky sods awaken with top-tier skills from the get-go. Straight out the gate, full legendary loadout. Others, nah mate, they get bin-tier powers and vibes. But right at the top, that's Muhammad Al. Geezer's the real deal. Level 70, S-grade trait called Dragon Speech. Basically chats like a dragon and everything listens. One day, man just whips out his phone and drops a vid on his personal channel. Like, yeah, I uploaded a video. Casual flex from the world's #1. The moment Muhammad Al dropped that vid, the net went mad. Pure curiosity, clicks everywhere. People thought they were just peeking. Next thing they know, eyes glued like it's the World Cup final. Cut to man sprinting straight into a field like he's late for war, cloak flapping, confidence on max. Whole crowd of monsters looking like gym bros gone feral, but bruv didn't flinch. Then boom, some magic seal drops like he just activated premium content. This weren't just a flex, it was the maid's dream, fam. The kind of spell that make every fantasy nerd cry tears of joy. Muhammad Al raises his hand and drops a meteor like it's pocket change. Monsters obliterated. Viewers screaming at the screen like, meteor! Bruv really said, let me casually rewrite the weather forecast. Viewers are starring like, nah, this is mental. One of them's like, bruv, am I actually watching this man solo an S-grade field? How's this even real? Is he level 1000 or what? Meanwhile, Muhammad Al's casually dropping meteors like confetti. Every blast wipes the map clean. No monsters, no landscape, no nothing. My guy's spellbook, built different. Even a monster big enough to level a city didn't stand a chance. What's one overgrown brute gonna do against nature's wrath? Yeah? Then Muhammad Al steps forward, cool as ice, with bodies and craters behind him. And just before the video cuts, he says, what you just saw was the SS grade meteor rain. Exactly 1 week from the moment this video's uploaded. If you can drop magic flashier than that meteor shower, this SS grade artifact's yours. They call it the Elemental Ring. Only one ever shown to the public, rare as hen's teeth. Every magic user's dream. Things so legendary, people probably fantasize about it more than their own partner. Comments underneath already blowing up. Ain't that the one only Muhammad Al's got? Yeah, mate. And now it's up for grabs. Cut to the internet. Half the crowd's gassing him up. Other halves calling him a tosser. Oh, what a jerk. Why? Man's offering a prize, innit? Yeah, but bruv, no one's beaten SS grade magic. That ring's never leaving his pocket. One lass clocks it right. He's basically flexing and setting a trap with fancy terms. And there he is, Mr. Dragon Speech himself, smiling like a Bond villain. Don't worry, I'll be the judge. She's not wrong either. Judging's subjective, and the bloke clearly ain't planning to part with that shiny little ring. The whole thing's just one big ego flex, innit? Even people who weren't trying to be haters started feeling salty. Every headline going was about that vid. Debates, analysis, conspiracy theories. Is it really SS grade? Is he just gaslighting the world with fireworks? But truth is, no one could touch him. The whole thing felt like some fairy tale you'd scroll past thinking, yeah, right. Except this one's real, and no one's catching up. Back on Earth, everything looked calm. Little blobs hopping about, birds chirping, MC staring into space like he's lost in Tesco. Peaceful, innit? But then, finger twitch. Like the calm before the plot decides to uppercut reality again. Yeah, or so it seemed. Then boom, skies crack open like the server lagged IRL. Meteors come raining down like someone up top hit reply all. And there he is, RMC, standing in the firelight. No flinch, no blink, just pure main character energy. World's burning, he's just warming up. Stones melt, skies screen, But RMC, man's just posted up on a cliff like it's his album cover. No shield, no chant, just vibes and dominance. Looks like the world clocked in to end, and he hit snooze. Meteor rain. Not a spell, bruv, a whole event. And RMC, he's not even shook. Lad's out here fangirling like he just headlined Glasto. Thumbs up. Video posted. Game on. The comment section. Chaos. Bloke's tapping away like it's life or death. Is this real? What field is that? Ain't no way he's level 70. Then boom. 2 words shut the net down. Muhammad Al lost. Yeah, the internet collectively dropped its cuppa. Comment pops off. Oi, but who even is this geezer? Most folks, when they awaken, get handed one shiny little trait. A special quirk that makes them better at throwing hands, taking hits, or healing up. It's like being told what you're good at, then shoved into a class like it's bloody school again. Some traits got street rep, names that even normies know by heart. Dragon speech? That's the one you brag about in pubs. Miracle? Basically turns you into a walking NHS. Regeneration? You'll heal faster than you can moan. And lethal strike? That one's for the nutters who like ending fights before they start. So then, what about Skillmaster? Even on the net, deep scrolls, sketchy forums, dodgy wikis, nothing turns up. Not the name, not the trait, not even a sniff of it. It's like the servers forgot it existed. And the only bloke rumoured to have it vanished off the grid before anyone clocked his level. Oi, that's it! Thought I'd get a bit more than bog standard stats. Even for a normal bloke, that's proper dead average. Sighs. Well, at least I've still got me trait. Trait, Skillmaster, a Kel. Can use all skills. Passive income grows as he learns more. The more he gets, the stronger he becomes. Wait, this is mad. Is this one of them top tier traits? Proper rare, innit? Not even sure if Skillmaster's good or bad. Tutorial quest, part 1. Go on then, try copying a skill. That'll kick off Skill Copy EX. Reward? 20 SP and a cheeky little event vid. Skill Copy EX grade. Nick a skill for the day. It'll vanish come midnight sharp. Level 1? You get 1 go at it per reset. Recharge price, 500 SP. Hey, copied skills and they stay with me? Alright then, this might be more mental than I thought. Alright, so the MC's thinking. A quest just popped up the moment I woke up. What's this then? Then he sees the catch. Got to copy someone else's skill, but it's got to have stats of at least 1 in a field. Bruv, that's a one-way ticket to the graveyard. Still, better safe than sorry. Might as well look up some skills while I'm at it. Boom, a random bloke drops a meteor rain skill like it's a fireworks show. 20 meteors in a wide spread. Burning everything like it's a Friday night in East London. Cost, 1500 mana. So if your mana's dry, this ain't for you. But if you're packing that rare S-grade magic trait, yeah, it gets a 50% power boost, like extra chili on your curry, innit? System beeps up. Tutorial event, yeah? This ain't your usual quest, it's a one-time deal. Only the tutorial map's gonna open for this one. And guess what? You can only use copied skills in this tutorial zone. All stats get a cheeky boost to 999 while you're there. Mad, innit? Then it hits RMC. Wanna copy the Meteor Rain SSS skill? And man's just staring at our screen like, wait, hold up. Even from a video, that's actually possible. He's shook. No cap. Cut to the rich bloke in the fancy digs, sipping wine, remote in hand, chillin' like he's on a telly ad. Remote clicks, thud. The plot thickens. So here we got 2 fancy types, sipping wine like it's tea time at Buckingham. One's asking, is this flaming ring really all that? The other's all business, saying, mate, you got this skill less than a week ago. What are the odds it falls into someone else's hands so quick? Then comes the tea. Sure, there's loads of similar skills out there, but if it's SSS grade with the exact same name, nah, no records saying it's an SSS grade yet. Could just be a fake lookalike. No traces on any fields, but if it is, it's gotta be a rare one. And then with a cheeky grin, at least it's got a 99 grade unique trait to back it up. Basically, this ain't your average shiny bauble. So there's this Nigerian African, chilling on a bench, sliding a business card with the ring like it's some underground VIP pass. Says they'll be on guard, so don't go poking the bear. Mate, more like don't wake the sleeping giant, who's really just napping because he's knackered. Then he's all cryptic. Tell him it's a gift from the future. Future. Looks like a bad Tinder date to me. Or mystery, no follow-up. Cut to our MC, poor bloke, stuck at the shop, looking like he's just seen a ghost, or worse, a Monday morning without coffee. He's sweating like a dodgy electrician at a power outage. Views are insane, but why did this skill take ages to show up? Mate, probably because you were too busy pretending you knew what you were doing. Then he's stressing, thinking, if anyone knew I was this clueless, I'd be out on my ear faster than you can say lag spike. MC's trying to sell a skill like it's some hot ticket item, and the old geezer's all like, my kid's asking if you're selling teleporting skills. Our MC deadass panics like he just got caught picking pockets, going, oh no, that's not what I meant. Of course it's for sale. Who else would want this dead weight? Classic. Sold out faster than mum's dodgy homemade biscuit at a school fete. Cut to MC, slouched at the shop like he's just clocked out of life itself. He's moaning. No one buys the lotto ticket in this dump, innit? Mate, even the stray cat's got more hustle than you. But then he gets all hopeful, thinking maybe, just maybe, some lucky sod out there will actually buy into this fantasy and change his luck. Yeah, good luck with that. You're basically selling sand in the desert, fam. So, our MC's finally feeling like a proper player, right? He's out here thinking, oi, maybe now I'm getting some clout, maybe I can actually do a bit of something. Cue that ding on his phone. Boom! Notification popping up like a YouTube comment war. The chat's blowing up with folks dropping the elemental ring like it's a hot mixtape. People flexing their knowledge, asking if AL's really gonna roll through and handle the business. And then someone drops a low-key roast. You don't know. Mohammed's the man who keeps his word. MC's sitting there, eyes wide like he's just seen the Queen do a backflip or something. Realises this ain't just some random drop, fam. It's big league stuff. This is the moment when our bloke's life turns from just messing about to okay, now on in the game. From nobody to potentially the headline act in it. Right, so our MC's sitting there, getting the royal treatment like some celeb. We'll see you off proper, don't worry, big boss wants a meet and greet. But inside, our lad's probably thinking, blimey, this better not be some dodgy scam or a runaround. Next thing, he's checking out the elemental ring, like it's the last packet of crisps on a Friday night. Stats looking proper mad. Boosts his power like he's had a full English breakfast of pure strength, agility, and stamina. But even our MC knows, oi, that's probably way too much. This ain't no walk in the park. So he's rightfully on edge, thinking, better not be messing about now. No time to faff around. Our MC's just sitting there, all mopey, and realising he's gonna need some armour. And yeah, armour ain't free, so cue the money worries. Rent's still gotta be paid, innit? He's scrolling through comments on his video, and it's a proper mixed bag. Some mug calls him a scammer, others are trying to give him tips on his healing skills. So he's thinking, right, I gotta get my rep sorted, deal some clout somehow. Then bam, he stumbles on some hot tip, some bloke reckoning. Healing skills are the real deal. Like, heal up and you're golden. Our guy's eyes light up like he's just found a tenner down the back of the sofa. And suddenly, he's got a plan. Maybe he can actually make this work. No more sitting about, time to hustle smart, yeah? That's how it goes when you're a down-and-out bloke suddenly thrown into a world where magic's real, but your bank balance ain't. Gotta play the game if you want to win the game, innit? So, our bloke spots this flyer. Looks like he's got the goods on some healing gig. Seizing a 6-gram healing skill pack with all the fancy legal mumbo-jumbo to make it sound legit. And yeah, it's a jackpot if you're the one lucky sod to nab it first. MC sitting in Soul Grand Park, right? A D-grade swamp field. Proper dodgy spot. All the prime real estate taken. He's scrolling, thinking, alright, I got to at least bring something home to keep the roof over me head. Then we get a cut to some mad lad running through a field, all dramatic like, blood trail and all. But our guy, he's just chilling, humming a tune, thinking, well, got to keep the vibes up, innit? He's looking at the situation with some proper London optimism. Like, if I don't enter this swamp, there's no chance of winning, yeah? Ain't no quit in this geezer, just pure hustle vibes. Our MC's sitting there scrolling, all chill, thinking, nah mate, nothing ever happens outside a field. Classic case of, I ain't gonna get mugged if I'm just sitting on me phone, right? Then bam! Some geezer rolls up looking like he's been through a scrap with a bus. One eye glowing like a dodgy cybernetic upgrade. Proper ominous vibes, like he's the local crime boss or a rejected Terminator. Our MC's face? Priceless. Like he just saw a ghost or his last paycheck. He's sitting there like, huh? Pure confusion mixed with a splash of I'm about to piss me pants. You want that dry, sarcastic London tone where the MC's basically thinking, well, this ain't exactly the kind of notification I wanted on me phone, but alright then. So, there's our MC, looking like he just got caught mid-daydream when this right nasty geezer rolls up, battered like he's been through the wars. And he's dragging some poor sod who looks like they lost every fight they ever had. MC's thinking, alright then, what's this twist? Bit of a grim party crash, innit? Then out of nowhere, the geezer's all serious like, hand over the red ciggy. MC sat there blinking, thinking, what's this red thing, some new flavour of crisps? And the geezer's like, does he think I run a corner shop or summit? Classic mugging move, asking for the fags like it's the currency of the realm. Pure deadpan vibes, mate. MC's caught off guard, but not about to lose his cool. Yet. You can almost hear him thinking, bruv, if I had the dosh, I wouldn't be stuck in this shambles. And the geezer? Just doing his job. Trying to make rent. MC stuck in the doghouse, right? Feel like he's been hit by a bloody bus. Classic loser move. He's all like, gotta sort this mess out. Then he spots it. The grand payday. 2 grand smackers sitting right there, taunting him. And what does he do? He points it out like a muppet, all wide-eyed, like it's some sort of miracle. 2001? That's my loot. Meanwhile, the boss is just chilling, making it clear this ain't Monopoly, mate. That's real cash, no fake plastic rubbish. MC's probably thinking, alright, calm down, don't get excited like it's Christmas morning. Pure everyday hustle energy, bruv. Ain't glamorous, but it's life on the grind. NC's looking like he's seen a ghost, pale as a sheet and shaking like a leaf. Then there's our knight in shining armour. Nah, he's more like a grumpy bloke who's had enough of this drama. He drags MC by the collar. Like, oi, snap out of it, yeah? We ain't got all day. MC's standing there all dazed, like he's just seen the Queen doing the conga or something. Then the knight's barking orders. Hurry up, man, time's ticking. MC's just trying to keep up, probably wishing he was back in bed, far away from all this madness. It's like watching a pub brawl that nobody asked for. Tense, awkward, but you just can't look away. So our MC's standing there sweating buckets, looking like he's just realised he's left the oven on back home, mumbling something dramatic like, will this bloody thing even work? Last chance in it. Next thing you know, he's flashing the bling like he's proposing to his own anxiety. Then, bam! Lights go off brighter than my nan's Christmas decorations. Light of recovery, yeah? Sounds proper fancy. Now he's floating there, looking dead surprised, probably thinking, blimey, it's actually worked. Who knew pressing buttons could save lives? Alright, crisis averted, man nearly got flattened, but now he's kicking back like it's Sunday morning. Check it. Total mana recovery, eh? Like waking up after a messy night in Shoreditch without the hangover. Now our boy's pondering life's big questions, like, shouldn't I be a bit more dead right now? But never mind that existential waffle. He's got dreams. No more Tesco shifts for him. Man's off to splash cash like he just won the lottery. Absolute scenes. Right, lads swimming in dosh and proper puzzled. What now? Stocks? Crypto? Nah, leave all that noise to the suits in Canary Wharf. First things first, man's got to treat himself. Time to tuck into some bougie yoghurt, because clearly that's peak luxury now. Tosses the lid like it's nothing. Look at this high roller over here. But hold up, reality check. If he wants to keep flexing, gotta grind them SP points. Mate's tasted luxury once, and there's no going back to the pot noodles. Bruv sat there in his robe like he's some kind of spiritual landlord of the cosmos, sipping his posh brew and watching passive income notifications pop off like he's minted off flipping NFTs. But let's be real. My man's earned what? A couple £100? And now he's acting like he's cracked the code to the universe. Whole vibe says self-made guru, but the only thing he's mastered is breathing while sitting. Bless him. He's about to drop all his SP points like a clueless punter on his first trip to Ladbrokes. Someone stop him before he reinvests in magic beans, or worse, crypto again. Look at this discount protagonist, sitting in a hotel robe like he just conquered Wall Street, sipping free tea like it's aged dragon nectar. Bro got handed a passive income perk and instantly started role-playing as the reincarnation of an emperor. My guy, you're not in a palace. You're in a 3-star hotel with a complimentary mint and a fake marble tub. You didn't earn that luxury. You got spoon-fed by the system like a toddler with cheat codes. And the way you strut around like destiny owes you a parade. Delusional. You're 2 side quests away from crying over taxes. The system's treating you like a farmable tutorial mob, and you're out here thinking you're the chosen one. Sit down, road boy. Oi, look at this spread. Man's sitting like royalty, but all these fancy skills? Yeah, they ain't just handed out like free samples at the chippy. Even if I nick 'em, they vanish come midnight. Poof, like my hopes and dreams after a Monday morning shift. So, gotta record 'em on video first, yeah? Gotta milk the system like a right clever geezer. And bless that donation angel. Big up, mate. Doing the Lord's work. Or whatever cosmic muppet's saying these days. Now, if only I could crack those cooking skills, then we're talking. But nah, I'm stuck here wondering if I can even use this digital mumbo-jumbo without blowing up my own kitchen. Right, gonna dump these vids in the shop for later. Like saving snacks for when the hunger hits. Muscle hardening, teleporting mage. Sounds like a right circus of skills. Teleport? So cool, mate. Next, you'll be doing the dishes by remote. Internet's still chugging like a dodgy old kettle, but here we go again, loading up like a madman. Oi, enough with the dumplings. You're gonna bust if you keep eating like that. But hold up, I'm a certified healer now, yeah? With buffs and magic. So, basically, I'm the human version of a first aid kit. If I can actually pull all this off, I might just be worth something. Or at least less useless than a packet of crisps at a vegan party. Oh yeah, looks like a video call, all smiley and shifty-eyed. Just vibing, yeah? Meanwhile, our girl trying to be grateful for some healing that saved her backside back then. Proper polite. Bless her. Then comes the awkward silence. You know the one? Like when you bump into your ex and neither of you want to admit you're still pissed off. And then, bam, the sass queen drops in. Don't you remember me? MC's reaction? Priceless. No. Mate's got the charm of a soggy biscuit and the memory of a goldfish on speed. She's too beautiful to have any connection with him. Well, there it is. MC's got about as much chance of healing magic as a cat's got of doing the cha-cha. Right, so MC spots the dead girl. Looks like she's been through a blender. He's all, the one with the severed arm. He's thinking she's had more kids than a rabbit and still somehow got less drama than my life. Then Miss Ghostly says, cheers for not letting me snuff it. Like a polite zombie thanking you for saving her bacon. MC's all polite back, glad I could help. Like a proper gent who's accidentally joined a support group for reluctant heroes. Then she goes, got a party? MC's like, nah, solo act over here. She's quick, cool, so why are you even out here? MC thinking hard, no mates, no crew, no nothing. Perfect. Then bam, party needs a temp healer and MC's thinking, no way mate, I'm still wet behind the ears. Gotta say no. Classic MC, too clever to jump in too quick, too slow to have a clue. Right, so this bird offers MC a coffee date like she's handing out free pints at the pub. MC's head spinning. If I can be of help, mate, you're basically the neighborhood healer / babysitter now. Then boom, MC's memory hits the fan. I got wrecked in the field, need a heal for status ailments. Blimey, this guy's getting patched up like a dodgy old phone, but still managing to act like he's king of the castle. He's flapping about, trying to heal the little pests like he's some kind of saint, while the poor bugger's practically tap dancing on his fingers. MC's more clumsy than a drunk on skates, but bless him, he's trying. Proper lad vibes, even if he's a walking disaster. Ah, blimey, MC's apologising like he nicked a neighbour's bin bag. Party plays too much for me. Yeah, mate, sounds like your stamina's running on empty, innit? Then here comes the healer squad. All fancy with their S-grade tank and SS-grade mage. like they're auditioning for some fantasy boy band. MC's just sitting there like, wait a sec, me, hanging with an S grade and an SS grade. What's next? A frickin' royal invite. And the kicker, he's never even asked to hit up a party before. Lad's basically a solo artist trying to crash a festival. When did you ever not want to party with a stunner like that? Proper clueless, but bless his dodgy heart. Look at our boy, running like he's just spotted his last tenner flying down the street. Big greens, yeah? Gonna rake in the cash and SP, like he's born with a silver wand in his hand. Golden spoon mage? Mate, more like bronze spoon stuck in a takeaway box right now. But fair play for the hustle. Watch this space, 'cause he's out here chasing that glow up like a proper hustler. No chill, all thrill. So finally, the big days rolled around. Our boy's sitting all chilled out like he's just clocked off from a hard day's graft. Robe, plush chair, and a can of fizzy to keep the energy up. Classic. Then boom, right on the dot like a well-oiled machine. That skill cooldown hits 0. No faffing, no drama, just straight up, let's get this bread mode. You know the drill. Time to pump that passive income, stack those SP points, and watch the numbers climb like the tube at rush hour. Proper hustle, illit? No half measures here, just pure grinding, no excuses. Man's on the come up. Oi, look at that! SP just shot up like it's got a rocket strapped to its back. Man's grinning like he won the lottery, but nah, it's just some quest reward popping up. Like a surprise beer on a Friday night. Now he's all keen, diving into the quest details like it's the last chippy on a Saturday. Unique trait, eh? Fancy talk for special sauce. Something that basically shows the world what you're packing. This ain't just some random bonus. Nah, it's the user's fingerprint. Their personal flex. The mark that says, yeah, this geezer's got something the rest don't. And get this, the power scales with the user, not some one-size-fits-all bollocks. Meaning our boy's about to play with fire and not get burnt. This ain't rocket science. It's all about that unique trait life each user's got. Some poor sod's rocking nothing, like a flamethrower with no fire. Meanwhile, others got that ruler of flames gig, bossing around like they own the damn world. Now, without that unique trait, you're just a knockoff, skills running on empty, all watered down. Like our bloke here, struggling to light a candle with a soggy matchstick. But here's the kicker. Some skills don't give a toss and work fine without the fancy extras, even if the world's a bit off balance. Yet others, they're picky as hell, needing those high-grade traits to even show up. Our lad's not happy about the whole wonky setup, but hey, that's game mechanics for you. Nothing's ever straightforward. So what does he do? Like any proper geezer, he's got to test it himself. 'Cause trusting the specs? Nah, that's for mugs. So, the lad's clocking this notification about a hunting quest, right? Basically a go bash some monsters job with a sweet reward of 300 SP and some fancy skill trait activation. He's sitting there scanning it like it's the latest TikTok challenge. Then he spots this fiery video, 34.5 million views, just 10 months old. Basically viral like the plague. Now he's wondering if he should copy this for practice. Typical bloke. Keen, but cautious. Thinking, might as well, yeah? Can't be worse than getting mugged in a field. He's all hopeful but realises, hang on, this is a burning hot quest. Can't just jump in 'cause it's trendy. And of course, he mutters the magic words. Skill, copy. Like he's casting a spell, but with way less effort. This bloke's just trying to play the game smart. No heroics yet. Just grinding and copying what works. Nothing fancy, just basic survival and climbing the greasy pole. Classic. Man's is sitting there like he's the king of the world. Flames sparking off his fingertips like he's got a match stuck to his hand. And all for what? Just unlocking a blimmin' status window. Big whoop, mate. Then comes the classic question. Is there really someone behind the Great Window? Like he's just discovered Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster's secret lair. Mate, it's just a game screen, not some cosmic secret. Next thing, we're zooming out to this mad place that's looking less like a game zone and more like a winter wonderland crashed by a cosplay convention. And there's our squad, all looking like they just stepped off a fantasy runway, chatting about how this weird little zone is where fantasy meets reality. Honestly, this scene's given me major I woke up like this vibes. All flashy and mysterious. But we all know it's just the usual grind. Man's out here playing chess while everyone else is stuck on checkers. No fairy dust, just pure hustle. Man's out here thinking, oi, might have cocked up, but whatever, the healer gig's fine. Yeah, sure it's fine. If by fine you mean you're about as useful as a chocolate teapot in a rainstorm. Then boom, the classic, goodbye healer for hire line. Mate, you're basically getting the boot before you even put your boots on. Even the comments are roast central, calling this psycho a massacre magna. Like, yo, this ain't a job, it's a death sentence. And just when you think it can't get more brutal, 3 blokes in tracksuits pop up with the cheekiest grins ever. The kind of lads who'd nick your chips and then blame you for being too slow. So this geezer's sitting there all smug like he just rejected a fat offer from some 9-rank beauty. Like he's proper big man, innit? But hold up, did he laugh while hunting? Nah, mate, more like he laughed at his own luck, because this ain't some walk in the park. Then it cuts to a proper carnage scene. Man's raining down hellfire on those beasts like he's tossing Sunday roasts into the fire. And the villain? That laugh? Yeah, pure evil villain energy. The kind that makes you want to run for the hills or chuck your controller in frustration. And our lad? Just chilling afterward. Probably thinking, well, that was fun. Now, where's me cuppa? So here we got our lad all hyped up because he pulled off a little fireball move from some basic tutorial quest. A big deal, innit? Like getting a pat on the head for tying your shoelaces. Oi, I'm buzzing because the noob quest reward wasn't just a packet of crisps, yeah? Mate, you think he discovered the bloody fountain of youth, but nah, just a lousy fireball and some digital bragging rights. Scrolling through the forums, chatting with the clan, all acting like they just saw the Queen at the local chippy. Newsflash, it's just a skill, not the second coming. And the lad's still sweating like he's about to face the Queen's guard, asking if this fireball can really do the job. Mate, it's fire. It burns stuff. What more do you want? A love letter from it. Meanwhile, the whole place is buzzing like it's the World Cup final. But let's be real. Most of these geezers wouldn't know a meteor from a meatball. Look at our lad worshipping this Muhammad bloke like he's the messiah of mana. Mate, chill. It's just a game, not the Queen's coronation. Bears roaring off in the wild, and our boys glued to the screen, drooling over some top player's highlight reel. Meanwhile, he's still figuring out which button does what. Big flex, watching someone else do the hard graft, yeah? Real boss energy is putting in the work, not fangirling over pixels. So the squad's all hyped. I'll take the aggro, as if this ain't their first rodeo. Mage is told don't leg it from the back, like headless chickens. Melee DPS, don't be daft. Keep that aggro like your mum's watching. No slackers. Quest pops up. Hunt a bloody boss monster. Yeah, no messing about. This ain't no tea party. Then bam! Big bad wolf doggo with red eyes shows up, snarling like it's got beef with everyone. Watch out. Someone yells like they ain't just spotted their last pension. Classic start, innit? Everyone's got the battle plan ready, but knowing this lot, some muppet's gonna trip over their own sword before the boss even notices. Look at this. Big, starey wolf doggo tries to flex with a fire breath like it's the main event, right? Boom! Gets absolutely roasted like last night's kebab. Then here's our mate, flicking fireballs on his fingers like he's some kind of circus act, just chilling while the mob's going full panicked pigeon mode. Oof, he says, like he's just realised he left the oven on, not dodging a death beast. Boss Doggo tries to roar loud enough to shake the trees, but this geezer's flames make it sound like a busted foghorn. Proper rookie mistake, mate. If you're gonna scare folk, at least don't get barbecued by the new bloke straight away. Classic end of season barbecue vibes. In it, MC flicks his fingers, sends the big bad boss straight to the afterlife like it was a light switch. Everyone's left gasping like they just saw a magician pull a rabbit out of his arse. Is it over? They whisper, barely breathing. Nah, mate, it's over when you see your mate pulling that face like he just ate a lemon. Proper stunned silence, like someone nicked the chips off your plate and you're too shocked to shout. Man's just handled business without even breaking a sweat. They're standing there like they watched a car crash but can't look away. Absolute carnage, but our hero? Calm as a cucumber in a bowl of hot sauce. That's how you boss it. No fancy flex, just cold-blooded cleanup. Out of nowhere, this big brute bear decides to shout like it's the star of the show, roaring louder than your mate who's just lost his wallet down the pub. Then, bam! Everyone's stats start dropping like dodgy Wi-Fi. Strength, agility, vitality, all taking a nosedive. You can almost hear their muscles crying, "Oi, not again!" The bear's gone berserk like it sniffed the wrong kind of fairy dust. Stats plummeting like it just lost its charger. And the whole squad suddenly got the strength of soggy tissue paper. Can't even heft a sword anymore, bruv. What's this? Muscle memory's gone on holiday. Everyone's scrambling, but panic's hit peak mode, like watching a bunch of clowns trying to juggle fire while the tent's on fire itself. This ain't your average stroll in the park. It's the bear's rave. And mate, you're not on the guest list. Hold tight or get wrecked. Better bring the big guns, because this special phase just flipped the whole game upside down. If you were feeling cocky before, now's the time to swallow that pride and pray you've got more than luck on your side. This fight's gone next level savage. Boss Bear's roaring like it's got a grudge and some serious rage issues. This ain't your casual stroll in the park. It's a full-on beastie boss fight with stats dropping left, right and centre like it's on a bender. And here's our lad, staring at the chaos, all cool and collected, muttering, "Skill copy," like he's just ordered a cup of tea. Copying the boss's roar? Mate, that's peak savage. Biting the hand that's throwing the biggest tantrum in the forest. But here's the kicker. That roar's not just noise. It's a straight-up stat demolisher. Strength, agility, stamina, all taking a nosedive. Now it's a race against time to not get wiped out by your own borrowed fury. This ain't your average "look how cool I am" moment. The bear's roar? No strings attached, no sneaky fine print. It's just raw power, free and clear, breaking the system like it's Glitch City. Our lad spots it and snaps out of his daze quick, knowing damn well to ignore this skill would be proper daft. No one in their right mind would pass up a free upgrade that smashes the meta. So yeah, he grabs it like a chap and preps to wreck shop. The bear's roaring again like it's got a personal vendetta against these clowns. Stats dropping faster than their dignity. Like, mate, did you just get mugged by a granny? Can't lift a sword, can't hold a pint, what's next? Crying in the corner? And then this sneaky geezer walks in, all mysterious with that grin like he's just nicked the last slice of pizza. Suddenly, the team's stats start regenerating like magic fairy dust. Mate's playing 4D chess while everyone else is stuck in checkers. But the bear? Still growling like an angry bloke who's lost his takeaway order. The squad's cowering, eyes bigger than their balls. And our main man? Calm as a cucumber, watching the chaos unfold like it's a soap opera rerun. Look at this geezer doing his magic finger dance like he's swatting flies at a barbecue. Fires off some flames so loud they could wake the dead, or at least piss off the neighbours. Boom! The whole forest's lit up like a rave gone wrong. And these muppets? They're standing there, jaws dropped like they just saw their mum in a TikTok video. Someone's definitely overdosed on pyromaniac energy drinks. Our hoodie-wearing legend struts in like he owns the joint, all smiles and mischief. You can almost smell the trouble brewing. That cheeky grin? Yeah, he's about to turn this snooze fest upside down. Next thing, boom, quest pop-ups hit like a load of bricks. Field boss down, dungeon quest complete, like he's ticking off a shopping list for carnage. Everyone else is still trying to figure out which way's up. And then that bear shows up. All mad and wild like someone stole its last chip. But this lot, they're cool as cucumbers, watching the chaos unfold like it's the latest Netflix drama. Bet they've got popcorn ready. The hooded bloke just wrecked the place like it was a Sunday pub crawl. Everyone's buzzing like they just saw a magician pull a rabbit out the hat. Even the bear's probably thinking, "Oi, what's this geezer's damage?" But then here's the kicker. Some noobs spot the same old boss soul and act like they've seen Bigfoot. Like, is this for real? Mate, It's been around longer than your dodgy Tinder dates. Our man just calmly checks his loot like it's another day in the office. No drama, no flex, just a cold, job done vibe. So this boss, 10 levels above the rest, like it's got VIP access to the danger zone. Anyone trying to muscle past that? Nah, mate. They're just getting mugged by the system. Stats vanish like your bank balance after a night out. And then the game throws in this crappy contribution system. Or is this charity for clowns? Helping folks survive by tossing them a bone. It's like handing out umbrellas in a hurricane. But sure, cheers for trying. Now, all this high-stakes madness boils down to one juicy nugget. A boss item drops. Everyone's scrambling like it's Black Friday at Tesco. That shiny prize is the real reason these Muppets risk their necks. Not for glory or fame, just bling. Look at this, boss drops worth hundreds each, not your average pocket change, mate. It's like finding cash in your old jacket, but bigger and shinier. The boss, a literal walking goldmine, rolling around like it owns the bloody place. And the crew, proper chuffed like they just won the lottery. This ain't just a loot grab, it's a lifetime pension plan, mate. The raid MVP, psychopath. Of course, it's always the psycho leading the charge. Like the world's biggest nutter gets the crown every time. These Muppets actually prepared for a fight. Who knew they had it in them? But still, damage taken wasn't exactly safe and sound. More like just about hanging on. Classic. Now, check the boss item. It's top tier, no joke. But with a catch, it's got a timer on it. Like some dodgy takeaway deal that expires before you even open the box. So if this thing kicks off early, it's game over, yeah? And the ring situation? It's rough, mate. Rings below 30% health means this boss is wobbling like a drunk on a bender. The loot? Worth the risk. But don't get cocky. If this thing triggers too soon, everyone's toast. No objections? Of course not. Someone's already throwing down cash. Classic bloke, always ready to splash the cash and flex. Look at this. Suits rolling up like they're auditioning for the next gangster flick. All cash and flash. These Muppets are the boss item buyers. Basically the real-life sneaky bastards who swoop in to snatch the good stuff before anyone else even blinks. They pay up in cold, hard cash. None of that I'll pay you later nonsense. Sweet deal for the sellers, but for the rest, it's like watching vultures circle, waiting for the scraps. And that smug comment, all sorts of interested parties? Yeah, mate, that's code for everyone wants a piece of the pie. This ain't charity, it's a damn feeding frenzy. Our mate's face when he sees the cash in that briefcase, priceless. Like someone just handed him the keys to the kingdom but forgot to mention it's all just Monopoly money in disguise. Selling heels. Yeah, because that's what a proper mage does when life's giving you lemons. Hustle hard or die trying, innit? Now he sat there scribbling like a mad lad, calculating how much his magic's worth on the streets. It's all about the grind. Selling hope in potion form because fighting ain't free and this ain't no charity. Bless up to whoever's counting those coins, because survival's a numbers game and our guy's got the calculator out. His man's dropping serious cash on some leather armour like it's the last pair of trainers on sale. 63 million. Bruv, that's more dough than I've seen in a charity shop collection. And the shop's already sweating. Only 2 left. Mate's practically begging for stock like he's buying round the whole estate. But our main geezer, he's sweating bullets thinking about that obsidian bear's roar like it's his ex calling after midnight. If only I had that roar when I was hunting. Yeah, if you had wings, you'd be flying too, mate. Man gets this tutorial quest reward, right? Now he can nick boss monster skills. Sounds slick, yeah? But hold up. He's got to drop below half health for obsidian bear's roar to even work. Like, mate, that's asking for a punch to the face before you can throw one back. Then there's this geezer, cracking up, like he's just found out all his exes got married. Burn them all! Nice one, mate. Next you'll be throwing fireballs in your sleep. Our main man's just chilling, scratching his head like he's trying to solve a crossword. No customers around, so he's flexing on his stats window, thinking about splurging on those skill points and SP. This geezer's thinking, yeah, it's all fun and games, but this ain't no Minecraft with infinite lives. Real talk. You mess up here, you're out cold. No second chances, mate. Then he spots that SP boost hitting like a surprise on a bad day. Suddenly, his skill points jump, and he's like, Yahoo! 2 copper uses? Sweet. Like he just found extra chips at the bottom of the bag. Quest pops up, looking all serious with daily quest flashing like it's got a vendetta. He's got to smash some field boss's skill, earn a whopping 300 SP. Basically telling him, no slacking, mate. The bloke's caught off guard, blinking like he's just realised he left the kettle on. But hey, that's the grind. No sugarcoating, just straight up hustle. Our boy's messing about, wondering if copying the same skill twice turns it into some rare limited edition or just ends up like bootleg merch. Spoiler, it ain't gonna get fancier, mate. So he tries again, all hopeful like he's waiting for a text back that'll never come. Bam! Healing light hits twice. 1 tagged superior effect. Nice, doubling up like a proper baller. Then he's hyped, screaming do it like a kid at a candy shop. Man's out here testing game mechanics like it's a math exam, but with less tears and more smug grins. Jackpot! Our geezer just hit the big leagues. A buff that's basically shouting, pay up or miss out. 5 hours of selling heals for 1,000,001. Not bad for a side hustle, yeah? And just look at the crew gathered, all serious like it's the Queen's speech. Meanwhile, our man's ready to cash in, mouth wide open like he just bit into a bad kebab. This buff's got easy money written all over it. Oi, selling EXP buffs for $1 million. That's like selling bottled air in the desert. Everyone's lining up like it's Black Friday, but half of them don't even know what they're buying. First time they've heard of EXP buffs. Mate, you've been living under a rock, or just slow on the uptake. And our main geezer? Standing there like a boss, holding that sign up high like he's about to sell snake oil. He ain't wasting time, wants that cash up front, no faffing around. Pack of dogs? Nah, more like a pack of clueless muppets ready to fork out their dosh. Oi oi, look who just popped up flexing those curves like the artist's gone bonkers and just couldn't resist going full on boobocalypse. Mate, those plots ain't subtle. Nah, it's like the author grabbed the big gun and said, let's make sure everyone knows where the real power's at. She strolls in, all long time no see, but we all know it's code for I'm here to remind you who's boss and maybe distract you with a bit of cheeky eye candy. And the way she sways, it's like she's got her own gravitational pull. Good luck not getting pulled in, bruv. Now the question's out. Still not interested in hunting with these lot? Mate, with those plots on display, who'd say no? It's a trap, but it's one hell of a visual, innit? If you're still hanging about this far, you're a proper loyal geezer, no doubt. So do yourself a favour. Smash that like button, slam subscribe like it's your mum's Sunday roast, and don't be shy with that bell icon, yeah? Drop a cheeky comment too. Let me know you're here for the proper British banter and all that spicy goodness. Keeping it real, innit? Man's just trying to flog a buff, yeah? Next thing he knows, bam, Mac gets spiritually uppercut by Aurora. No spells, no words, just raw fem power slapped across his skull like a flying slepper from the auntie dimension. And there she is. Big old plot swinging like a wrecking ball dipped in silk. Eyes cold like she's seen his bank account and already judged it. Our lad's like, I'm open for business. And she hits him with the silence of death. Not even a bless ya, just a smirk like she already bought him and returned the receipt. Then the cherry on the betrayal cake. Healer, you haven't gotten your first customer yet, right? Oi, bruv. She didn't just steal his client. She nicked his dignity on a casual stroll. Man's out here gasping like he just watched his crypto crash. Our boy's back on his hustle, smiling through the trauma like a Tesco worker on a night shift. Right this way, please, he says, as if his soul wasn't just monked 5 panels ago. He's holding that janky sign like it's going to protect him from tax evasion or heartbreak. Meanwhile, the customers marching straight past him to miss magical memories, like he's invisible in 4K. Boom, healing light. And there she goes again, doing miracles while looking, like the final boss of every simp's dreams. Even the EXP buff popped up like, you know what? I only activate for her, fam. And what's our lad scribbling down now? A sales log? Nah, that's a resignation letter dressed up in coping mechanisms. Please give me a call later. Then the final uppercut from the busty bandit. We really need a skilled healer. Mate, that wasn't shade. That was a full-on eclipse. Oi, oi, look who's finally getting his flowers. Man went from charity case to cash cow in under 10 panels. All it took was one MILF with magic hands to vouch for his healing buff, and now the queue's longer than Black Friday outside Primark. Hey, everyone, the buff's real. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. We saw her sparkle harder than a stripper in Vegas. And suddenly everyone's begging like it's the last Nando's chicken wing on Earth. Our boy's there throwing out buffs like Oprah. You get EXP, you get EXP. Man's fully in his dealer arc, except instead of powder, it's pure pixel juice. Cash raining down, smile so smug it could cause a global recession. Form a line like it's council flats on election day, he says. Bruv thinks he's Churchill with a manor bar. And the final insult to the broke ones. Sorry, no cards. Contactless? In this economy? Nah, mate, cash is king. A man's wearing the crown. And here come the power siblings strolling in like they're on the cover of Nightlife Weekly. Man's got his full tin can cosplay on. And Shorty's swinging that oversized magical ladle like she's bout to stir up trauma. Oi, didn't you call me a complete pushover before? Yeah, bruv, salty. Mad that she clocked his stat sheet and gave it a pity laugh. And now he's all insecure because she's throwing heart eyes at the newbie with no gear but infinite riz. She shuts him down calm as you like. I told you before, our party. Translation, your background noise fam. Man's the bonus cutscene, she's the main character, with a buff bar and bounce physics. And then she drops the real kicker like a final boss intro. With me handling the burst damage. Bruv, she ain't just here to heal, she's here to delete mobs and egos alike. Oi oi, what's this now? Sir Shield-a-Lot giving us the team rundown like we asked for his bloody resume. Offence and defence are quite well rounded. Yeah mate, and my tea's quite warm. No one asked, but here it comes. MC looking like he's just smelt poverty in 4D. Deadpan, monotone, delivers the killer line like he's ordering chips. We lack a healer. Boom, the whole squad's a war machine. Just forgot the one that stops them all bleeding out. Brilliant. Now Brov's legs enter frame like he's making some holy descent. They've got a buff no one's seen before. Translation, they're broke, unarmed and smell like main character energy. We want them. And just as the knight tries to drop some logic, still a newbie. His sister's face be like, yeah, but he's our newbie. Touch him and I'll buff your kneecaps out of existence. Man's trying to build an Avengers lineup, but forgot he's recruiting at the village fair. Here we go, goblins out the bush, like it's half-price day at the manor buffet. Our man's standing there with that "it's showtime" speech, but really, he's just delaying the fact they're outnumbered and outgeared. That makes it even more meaningful. Bruv, shut up. That's loser talk before a beatdown. But nah, wait, Big Sis steps in, plots out, staff glowing like she's about to summon a tax audit. And just like that, firestorm. Yeah, no incantation, no drama. Just casually nuking the entire area like it's a weekly ritual. Artist went full unhinged on this one. Cleavage flaming, sleeves off, abs on front row display like it's a body expo. Plot armor? Nah mate, this is plot artillery. Goblin squad already writing their will. Welcome to the barbecue, lads. Hope you brought sunscreen. She didn't cast Firestorm. She opened a straight portal to hell and poured it on these muppets like gravy on a roast. The goblins? Gone. Vaporized. That flame came down like rent day. Brutal, non-negotiable, and loud as your mum on the phone at 7 a.m. And look at the brother's face. Man's standing there like, blimey, she really said full send, innit? No panic, no flinch. Just a lad who's used to seeing his sister commit war crimes on a Tuesday. That's not teamwork. That's trauma in a duo queue. Oi, sis over there is chatting about future regrets while fully dressed like fan service with firepower. Like, babes, you already are the regret, just not yours. And then boom, scene shift. My man strolls into the shop whistling like he didn't just witness the reincarnation of a Molotov cocktail with abs. This ain't earn money. This is man casually investing trauma points into passive income. Set bonus activated? All stats up? Nah, bruv. This ain't a stat boost. This is the system going, yeah, alright, man's too broke to die. Let's give him a buff out of pity. Bruv just unlocked passive income and started cheesing like he invented crypto. Isn't passive income better than earned income? Yeah, mate. Tell that to every broke uni lad surviving on vibes and Red Bull. Finger taps the screen like he's about to invest in property. System goes, congrats, you now earn sweet nothings while breathing. Cue the man acting like he won the lottery. For standing still. Oi, but hold up, 2,000 speed to level up. Fam thought he was getting dividends and the system hit him with the nah, this ain't no charity, tax. Man's confused like he just read the fine print on a dodgy phone contract. Oi, oi, oi. Man's just cropped the price tag on skill copy level 3 and nearly had a spiritual crisis. 4,000 SP. Bruv looked like he just found out Tesco meal deals went up to a $5. Shook to his very marrow. And now he's trying to maths it out. 200 SP a day, 20 days. If I do this, then maybe I... Bruv's budgeting like he's on universal credit with a loot crate addiction. Meanwhile, he stood there deep in thought. NPCs walking past like, is he alright? Or is that just a broke healer moment? Ah, right. People think I'm a healer. Yeah, mate. And I kinda think the Queen's still alive. Don't mean it's useful info. Grub's out here grinning like he's just nicked a gold watch off a raid boss, saying, should I try playing the Hidden Master again? Huh, fam, the only thing hidden is your bank balance. It's in minus XP. Stomping into the dirt like he's in a NICAD, but my man forgot he's in Garrelrin Bay, the mud bath of the F-rank world. Seriously, who designed this map? A sadistic toddler with a puddle fetish? Why is this field inside a mud flat? Dunno, bruv. Maybe it's a metaphor for your career. Stuck, messy, and going nowhere fast. Oi, look at this mud pit. Not a battlefield, more like a toddler's playpen. With the ground like this, melee DPS and tanks will be useless. Yet no one's tanking today, everyone's just slipping about like Bambi on ice. The sheep ranch was pretty clean and nice. Course it was, mate. Built for newborns who still think goblins are scary. If only there wasn't a field level limit. If only you had talent. But here we are, blaming the system like it's the devs' fault you're mid. Field caps level 19. Boss souls don't care about your dreams past that. Stick to your lane or get flattened. Simple. And the golden rule, don't go with a pug. If I say don't go, just don't. Translation, your randoms are built like wet paper and fate don't do refunds. They said don't solo hunting. It's a black rank band, how bad could it be? Mate, famous last words. Man walked in like a king. Now he's praying for a refund. I want to go home. Yeah? Should have thought of that before wandering into a mud flat full of goblin rejects and social trauma. And then, bam, turns the corner and boom, anime harem event. Man came for loot, got third wheeled by a raid party on Valentine's. Did I come here to grind mobs or watch a group day? Neither, bruv. You came here to suffer. Ah, Gion, you were a man. Oi, that's it, social crit hit. Brother just got misgendered mid-raid like it's patch notes season. Look at man's face. Was that the price of admission? Nah, fam, that was the emotional tax. Welcome to the group date dungeon, where your gender's the real plot twist. Wait, since I'm the only one on the female charts, then the other one too. Detective mode, activated. Man's connecting dots like he's solving a murder mystery in a rom-com. Ah, Matt. Yeah. Matt's out here living his truth while you're stuck questioning your raid roster and your life. We should have checked carefully before recruiting. Bruv, next time maybe use a background check instead of thirst traps and vibes. Alright then, since everyone's here, let's start the briefing. Look at this Disney Prince reject, hair shinier than the raid boss's loot table. Man's about to teach nuclear crab combat like he's presenting a TED talk. Looks like it's not just a scuffed raid, it's a Groot date too. My guy's still spiraling. Bro came to pull aggro, not feelings. I'll explain it once more just in case. Translation? None of you mugs read the guide, did you? The Garrelrin Bay boss. The mudflat crab. A crab. A big one. With speed issues and abandonment trauma. Gets faster each time it's hit with a debuff. So basically, every time you try to slow it down, it takes that personally. like your ex after reading your vague tweets. Applying debuffs raises the mudflat crab's stats, and it uses a special skill. Aight, so basically, you touch the crab wrong, and man turns into Sonic on pre-workout. Got it. I've caught the mudflat crab in Gagok Bay, so don't worry. Yeah? And I've caught feelings in middle school. Doesn't mean I'm ready for war, princess. I'll trust you, Oppa. This girl's trust is handed out like free samples at Tesco. Ain't even checked if bro's holding a weapon. What if it gains stats from debuffs to the special skill itself? Now man's cooking. Realising this crab ain't just beefy, it's built like a raid boss with Wi-Fi. With that skill, isn't a debuff equal buff? Boom. Logic so sharp it shaved a few IQ points off the whole squad. This might be more hellish than I thought. No shit, Sherlock. You walked into hell in a Primark hoodie. Rah! Crab pulls up with teeth like it just skipped the dentist and the plot. Looking like a seafood Lovecraftian nightmare. Swipe, chomp, slash. Blondie went in with that anime MC energy and promptly got chewed like a supermarket sample. Off. Ding. That's not a level up sound, mate. That's the XP leaving his body. Bro just standing there, emotionally bankrupt. Mate's face says it all. This is why I solo queue. This is why I don't make friends. This is why I fake AFK in parties. Crush the ball. Oi, calm down, Thor Jr. It's not Ragnarok, it's a bunch of demonic seashells on meth. Squash, pop, crack. Party's gone full pest control. Crabs are getting stomped like they owe rent. Weapons flying, confidence sky high, like every failed startup right before bankruptcy. And then Blondie's back again. With my veteran skills, I'll protect you. Ruff, you just got chomped 2 panels ago. Man's got the memory of a goldfish and the ego of a raid boss. MC in the corner looking like, yeah, thanks, Captain Respawn. Real inspiring. Fucking hell. Boom! Tentacle surprise! Captain Blom Confidence just got smacked by a hentai reject with attitude. Went from, trust me, I'm a veteran, to, bruv, where's me limbs? In 0.2 seconds. Then what? The geezer dips. Yeah, man's pacing off like he ain't just got backhanded by a seafood calamity. RNC's face says it all. You said you'd protect him. Where you off to, Chief? Meanwhile, the actual strategy drops. Crab only spawns once enough mobs are dead, so keep farming trash. Translation, kill 'em all. And when you think you're done, kill some more. It's not a boss fight, mate. It's a body count lottery. It's worm o'clock and the meat rain's begun. These red centipede rejects just came yeeting out the dirt like surprise DLC. Straight into the crowd, sending bodies flying like free samples at a boxing gym. MC's just standing there, hand to forehead, like he's scoping out property. Whew, they're really flying around. No panic, no sweat. Just pure judgment. Then he hits us with that passive-aggressive roast. I bet they had the gall to act cocky in an F-rank field. Mate, man just watched half a raid group get yeeted and turned it into a Yelp review. But the real question lands. So when will the main boss appear? Translation. He's not here for these knockoff deathworms. He's waiting for the real smoke. Calm before the crab. One poor sod gets scooped up by a mutated tapeworm with teeth tossed like yesterday's Nando's. Man didn't even scream, just deleted. Bloke next to him pipes up. It's coming. Cheers for the update, Sherlock. What gave it away? The flying corpse or the literal screeching centipede doing donuts in the mud? The mudflat crab rises like the earth itself owes it rent. And it only moves left to right. Not forward, not backward. Sideways. Like your mate dodging rent money every month. Keep the crab in front. Watch the corners. Protect the backline. Alright, Sun Tzu, we're not in a war. You're herding 12 noobs in cosplay with anxiety issues. Everyone's panicking, and he's just vibing, plotting like he's about to flip the raid into a passive income scheme. Fate's throwing hell, and man's standing there like he's waiting for his Uber. Notification pops up like it's given out parking fines. Change resistance coat acquired. +5 all stats per debuff. Stack 'em and profit. Bruss just got rewarded for being a walking disease magnet. Man's armor ain't resisting damage, it's collecting it like nectar points. Meanwhile, the boss, violated. Tentacles flopping like wet noodles, mouth wide open like it's still trying to process the L it just took. Our boy walks out the dust cloud like he's leaving. A Tesco with the only working self-checkout, smirking like the rent paid itself. And then, bing, jackpot. That's not loot, that's karma paying dividends. Man's just robbed fate with a grin and no mask. The crab starts moonwalking sideways like it's on Britain's Got Talent. Whole squad's panicking. One geezer even yells, "It's crawling sideways!" Yeah, mate, it's a crab. What do you expect, a 3-point turn? Then it flips mid-charge like it's doing gymnastics for the judges. Man shouting, "It can change direction too?" Bruv, of course it can. It's not a Tesco trolley. It ain't stuck going left forever. MC clocks it instantly. If the skill makes it move different, then the skill's on. Which means it's gobbling debuffs like a Karen at a complaint desk. And our boy? Man's grinning like he just found a glitch in the system. A monster that gets stronger from the team's own screw-ups? Perfect. He's farming their failures like it's passive income. Legend. Wandy's barking out orders like he's leading the Avengers. Use only physical attacks. Meanwhile, MC stood there thinking, who's the main tank here? You? Then Blondie starts monologuing like it's open mic night. Apparently, the crad's weak spot's on its back. And yet, no one brought a strategy. Top-tier raid prep right there. Just vibes and trauma, innit? NC's watching the physical lads tickle the crab with arrows like they're trying to annoy it into submission. This whole team's got the DPS of a wet sponge and the aggro control of a damp leaf. That's when it hits him. Oh, the tank forgot to taunt. Probably too busy practicing his anime poses. So, the crab? Man's just chillin', confused but not threatened. And the knight? Still monologuing. Still useless, still slow. Like a slideshow with a hero complex. MC looks at Blondie like, you lot been playing patty cake with that crab for how long? You gonna do your job, or just tan under the sunset? Blondie's response, is it my turn? Bro said that like he's in a queue at Greg's, not a raid. Absolute human delay. Then the healer pipes up, but this is a bloody romance sim. Moo, give me a buff, Oppa. You'd think she was serving heart emojis, not hot stat boosts. MC stood there like, these goofballs are role-playing while I'm trying not to get flattened. But he knows the drill. Let the amateurs cook. If they burn it, Mao just salvage the crumbs. Then boom, Blondie and Oppa Healer get lit up like a discount fireworks stand. MC's face goes full Windows crash. Huh? The skill went off, but the buff's clinging to those two like a loyalty card with no expiry. Pop-up hits, duration scales with buff-type traits. Translation? MC triggered a legendary move. But the server looked at him like, nah fam, this one's for the cosplay couple. Bro's soul left the chat. Man activated a nuke and handed it to a wet sponge. The shop manager's face screams blessed morning, but man's already plotting marketing war crimes. Would you like to join the livestream service? Nah fam, man just came for a muffin, not to debut as Twitch bait. MC's like, no, I'm not. But you can see the despair loading in 4K. Bro clocked the keyword, use a tube. That's not a job invite, that's a public execution with ad revenue. Manager hits him with that, we have a recommendation system. Even shy customers like you. Shy? Mate, he's traumatized. That's not shyness, that's post-raid regret with a side of performance anxiety. Then out of nowhere, some HR monologue slaps down like a corporate boss monster. Getting older can't compete in reflexes, so focus on charm, build rapport, and learn skills that support the team. Basically, you're washed, lad. Get cute or get out. An MC just stands there like, what did you just say? Because he knows deep down, man's about to get skill checked by customer service. MC stood there like he just rolled a 5-star Genshin pull while everyone else got 3-star food ingredients. Would end up being helpful like this. Yeah, bruv. Helpful like that one cracked support in every MMORPG who's secretly the final boss of the party. Then boom, Muscle Man's glowing like he just hit Super Saiyan on pre-workout and daddy issues. MC sparkling like a Pokemon evolution cutscene. This is amazing. Fam, this ain't admiration. Man's watching a JoJo transformation live. Healer girl, blushing like she just got isekai'd into her otome route. Why's the support like this? Because fate ran out of budget and let a gacha banner pick the squad. Sword Bro jumps in all dramatic. I'll draw aggro now. Mate, calm down. You're not the MC. You're a tank with a side quest. MC just exhales. Pah. Translation, you're lucky I'm the protagonist. MC just mutters fireball and proceeds to drop an entire anime season finale on these bugs. I'm talking Full Metal Alchemist meets Demon Slayer budget. Blows go flying, enemies combusting like they forgot to spec fire resistance. He's not even flexing. Man's just casually nuking the dungeon like it's Tuesday on his calendar. And while everyone's panicking, our guy's smirking like Lelouch after checkmating a kingdom. I bought my train pass back just for this moment. Mate came pre-booked with plot armor. No refunds, no cooldowns. Bruv just raised his fist like he's about to deliver divine judgment. Then boom, explosion. And I ain't talking party popper vibes. That blast hit harder than your mum's slipper when you flopped GCSE maths. Mana cost, 250. Man's basically yeeting rent money every time he casts. But hey, when the whole raid squad's surrounded by creeps, what's he do? Sets the lot on fire like a pyromaniac with no insurance. Skill text pops up like, explosion, CD. Detonates embers within 20 meters. Translation, anyone within range just got barbecued. Targets hit by 5 or more embers take extra damage. Of course they do. Poor sods didn't even get a warning. Meanwhile, on the side, some mug sniffs the air like, oi, what's that smell? Mate, that's burnt monster guts and the scent of regret. Welcome to dungeon life, you clueless twats. Crab shows up like it's bloody Sebastian from The Little Mermaid, but on roids and vengeance. Bloke goes, shoulda just come quietly. Yeah, tell that to the overgrown seafood that's got more armor than a night's wet dream. Squad staring like it's an episode of Pokemon and they've just clocked a shiny Gyarados. No one moves, no one breathes. Dead silent, except our wannabe prince over here, sword raised like he's about to reenact Final Fantasy VII. Get back! Shield formation, protect the rear! Fam, calm down. This ain't a Shakespeare play. This crab don't care about theatrics. Meanwhile, the crab, man just starts spinning like a Beyblade possessed. Whole squad backing off like, nah, that ain't in the tutorial. And Blondie? He's about to find out if that haircut comes with a revive button. The crab's dead. Flattened like it owed taxes. Squad still staring like NPCs with no dialogue programmed. And boom, system message. Congratulations, you looted the soul of the mudflat crab. Blondie in the background posing like he just soloed a demon lord. Bruv, you barely dented it. That crab went down because of friendly fire and divine lag compensation. Meanwhile, our MC's getting rewards stacked like he's cracked the Genshin pity system. Full kit, buffs, skills, perks. My man just speedran life, while the rest are playing RuneScape on dial-up. Now everyone's swarming the NC like he's got the last PS6 in stock. You made it look so easy. Of course he did, fam. Man was soloing like it's NG Plus in Elden Ring, while you lot spam dodge roll like toddlers on Tekken. Then some NPC pipes up, I think I got the soul bead because of you. No dumb, mate. You were as helpful as a Magikarp on dry land. Another one's trying to pull digits. Can I get your number? Love, he's not a Tinder swipe. He's a 5-star banner. You ain't got the gear score for that chat. Blondie over there's having a meltdown. Everyone, regroup. He worked us too hard. Worked you? My guy, all you did was flail like it was Anime Expo's sword practice. Meanwhile, one lass in the back's already planning their wedding. Sis went full shoujo in a shonen boss fight. Then boom, surround sound simping. I'll give everything to Yenhui. Me too, anything. Man's built a harem by accident. No flirt, no wink, just stats and straight drip. Bruv, barely flexed and these lot are ready to propose. Sis is clinging to him like he's a rare Genshin drop. Man's literally got plot armor and perfume that smells like MVP. Whole squads lined up like they just watched Levi solo a Titan. Respect, awe, bit of fear. One dude probably needs new trousers. And just when you think he's gonna bask in the glory, no boss items dropped, head to the next field. Gruv in the shades walks up like he just came out of a JoJo intro. Suit pressed, jaw clenched, aura screaming final boss energy. Everyone else? On the floor like they queued for a midnight sale and got drop-kicked by reality. Short hair sis ain't even flinching though. Standing there like she's already done the calculations, figured out the man's HP and is deciding whether he's DLC or just a reskinned mini-boss. The vibe? Straight Hunter x Hunter Nen standoff. One wrong move and someone's getting sent to filler. Man just pulled up on that bear like he was speedrunning Genshin dailies. Straight dropkick and fireball combo. No hesitation, no loading screen. Grizzly roars, trying to be all alpha of the forest, but MC treats him like side quest XP. Boom, quest cleared, 300 SP like it's pocket change. Bear didn't even get a second phase. Then bro flops onto the grass like he just soloed a Dark Souls boss, without the stress. Man's chillin', chatting to himself like, how long till I get this skill to level 3? Fam, he's min-maxing relaxation. Even his post-battle monologue sounds like he's theory crafting a spreadsheet in his sleep. NC's standing there like he just cracked the Elden Ring stat sheet, analysing combos like he's prepping for EVO finals. He's got all these shiny new abilities, but the catch? Can't use them unless he coughs up SP. Classic gacha move. Then man sees the tossed. 4,000 SP. Bro's face dropped harder than a banner pull with no 5 stars. And just like that, he's on the ground throwing a full-on tantrum. Arms flailing, head rolling, inner monologue, screaming. Why's grinding daily quests feel like paying rent? Even the grass feels sorry for him at this point. Now he's begging the system like it's a stingy uncle at Christmas. Come on, give me some kind of participation SP for existing or summit. This is peak broke-ass wizard energy. Man's flat on the grass, staring at the sky like he just got dumped by the loot fairy. Like that'll happen. What am I even doing? Proper existential crisis vibes. Like he just logged into Genshin, saw 0 primos, and realised he's still AR25. Then, ding ding, system be like, surprise quest bruv. He jumps up like a Black Friday shopper spotting a PS6 restock. It's here! Tutorial quest B, main quest appears, complete the main quest. Reward, 4,000 SP. Unique trait, side trait Q activation. And now he's looking at the screen like, 4,000? What kind of main quest is this? Slaying a dragon or doing your taxes? You just know he's 5 seconds away from logging off and applying for universal credit in-game. Grubs just unlocked a quest so massive it came with its own cinematic cutscene and public service announcement. Sky splits open like it's patch day on a busted MMORPG server. And man stood there like, did I just download a DLC or trigger the apocalypse? Main special Echo Sky Island name entry level of F6. Yeah, that's not a quest title. That's a whole novel. Might as well say collect 99 feathers while blindfolded. Then more pop-ups come flooding in. Main quest. 01. Clear the main special quest. Subtrait unlock elemental control. Random skill mastery reward rare. Another one. Special quest conditions upmated. First clear reward buff activated. Mate, this ain't a quest log. This is a Genshin update screen after 3 weeks offline. And this geezer's supposed to solo it all? Nah. Cue the sad violin. He's gonna need plot armor, 10 potions, and a Google walkthrough just to survive the tutorial. Oi oi. Just when man thinks he's grinding dailies in peace, the sky drops a bloody kaiju bird straight out of Pokemon Apocalypse Edition. Dragons flapping down like it's Monster Hunter Online, World War Z. Next thing you know, clear the special field for the survival of Earth and humanity. Fam, this ain't a quest. This is a final exam with no revision, and the teacher's already marking. Imagine logging in for a cheeky XP run and the system drops, oi mate, save for planet or it's curtains. Oi, world's gone full shonen apocalypse again. Sky Island just pulled up above Seoul like it's trying to claim rent from the entire hemisphere. Massive glowing light pillars. Yeah, real subtle. Nothing screams everything's fine like celestial laser beams poking holes in the skyline. Meanwhile, the user association's scrambling like Tesco staff on Black Friday. Emergency this, control that, and no clue what they're actually controlling. Flights grounded, light blocked. The city's darker than a berserk chapter. And look at this geezer, Kim G C-class user, flexing like he's gonna solo Sky Island with a butter knife. Expedite the portal entry. Bruv, you're level 13.9. Calm down before you get folded like laundry. Breaking news. The Earth's officially hit anime season finale mode. Special fields are popping off worldwide, like someone smashed the RNG button too hard. Tokyo's now a disco ball of danger, lit up like it's getting ready for a kaiju rave. Japan's got domes appearing overnight, and Korea's like, oi, that's our thing. But nah, Tokyo's got their own Sky Island, and it ain't for sightseeing. Cut to our MC clocking it all from his phone like, oh, cool, global extinction, innit? Meanwhile, some geezer in the crowd still chatting about sunlight like that's the real issue. Mate, there's a bloody B-class field migrating across the map like a boss fight on tour. Next stop, humanity's L. Tokyo just got slapped with an evacuation order. Level 70 field, nearly S tier. That ain't an event, mate. That's a full-on apocalypse on expert difficulty. People walking around like it's a Tuesday chatting, wow, crazy. No, bruv. Crazy is trying to queue into that field with starter stats. That's not bravery, that's brain rot. The light pillars are beaming up in every city like it's some budget Marvel crossover. And now governments are finally clocking in. We're offering full support to clear the field. Oh yeah? You lot barely cleared traffic jams. Meanwhile, the real MVPs are levelling up or legging it. No in between. Council's finally got a game plan. After faffing about like it's a tea break. We'll offer a bounty for clearing Sky Island Canal. Oh, cheers lads, chuck some pocket change at a death trap and call it a strategy. MC clocks it all like, translation? You lot are clapped. Then man walks into the user shop like he's had enough of the circus. What a mess. Too right, mate. The whole world's on fire and the people in charge brought water pistols. NC's trying to pull a cheeky little advance like he's at the corner shop asking for store credit. Can I get SP in advance? Nah, fam. System says do the grind first, then you get your goodies. Screens popping off with passive income schemes and skill unlock prices like he's building a startup in hell. 5k SP here, 12k SP there. Bruv's looking at these numbers like it's a Black Friday sale at the apocalypse. But then man hits that gamer focus. I absolutely have to clear this. No distractions, no side quests, just pure main quest energy. Man's cooking. NC walks into the shop like he's about to browse socks, but nah. They wheel out a tray looking like it belongs in a Bond villain's safe. Thank you for waiting. Bruv, what you mean thank you? You just handed man a suitcase worth 70 million won. We're talking a cursed mana ring and bracelet combo. Plus 200 mana, plus 1 strength, plus 1 vitality, plus 2 stamina. Basically, man just unlocked Ultra Instinct Starter Pack. An MC? Calm as ever. No flex, no fuss, just maths. So with this set, my total mana will be 150. You know someone's dangerous when they treat god-tier loot like they're adding eggs to a Tesco receipt. MC's plotting like he's building a nuke in his garage. Even if my stats are a mess, as long as I stat mana, I'm chill. Logical. Until he casually asks, oi, how much would C-class armor cost? And the clerk, bless her chipper soul, hits him with a smile brighter than payday. 400 million won. Man's face drops like he just saw rent was due yesterday. He didn't even blink after getting cursed jewelry, but the second she says 400 mil, he folds instantly. NC strolls out the shop like he just copped a Rolex and a refund at the same time. Man's got a box of cursed drip under one arm and not a shred of shame left in him. Clerk's waving him off like, cheers for funding my bonus. Next panel, city skyline, big ominous laser beams poking the clouds like it's heaven's Wi-Fi router. And then, bam, squad pull up like they're about to raid Area 51. Is this the entrance? Nah, fam, it's the gates of regret. MC standing there with his budget gear and main character aura like, guess we're doing this. Everyone else? Just background NPCs clocking in for pain. MC standing there, sizing up the portal like it owes him rent. Bro's got the starter hoodie, a cursed bangle, and enough confidence to make you think he's packing mythic loot. But nah, man's just winging it with Google and prayer. Cut 2. Flashback. Clerk's smiling like she just finessed him into buying magical costume jewellery from Poundland. Then, MC whips out his phone like, let's see what the internet muppets are saying. Comment section's wild. Bro, the entry level feels off. Got clapped in 5 seconds flat. Why is everything flying? MC reads all that and goes, nice, sounds like fun. Absolute menace. MC strolls into the portal like he's clocking in for a 9 to 5. Bit of doubt in his head, sure, but he's still moving like a man who thinks plot armor is an accessory. Then boom, gravity gets turned off, and this lad's free-falling like he just rage quit a platformer. 1 second he's confident, next second he's doing skydiving with no parachute, no prep, and a face screaming bad life choices. Welcome to the danger zone, sunshine. Hope your drip can cushion the landing. He lands, takes one look around, and goes, wow. Like he just stepped into a postcard and not a murder simulator. Whole place looks peaceful. Birds chirping, grass swaying, and monsters vibing like it's their lunch break. My guy's thinking about setting up a picnic. Man's dangerously close to unlocking a chill arc. Then, yep, someone else just spawned and got snatched up by a budget griffin before they even clocked in. That's not a side quest, mate. That's a flying trauma delivery. MC turns round like, Bro, this is your welcoming gift. Survival served with wings. Oi, this poor sod gets airlifted by a feathered demon straight into the stratosphere. Man screaming help like he's ordering Deliveroo. But no one's biting. Our MC just stands there like he's watching birds migrate. No urgency, no panic, just vibes. Then the sky turns into a death drop. You hear that crack? That weren't thunder, bruv. That was reality checking in. Finally, MC clocks it. Full retreat. Smart lad. You see budget chocobos circling like it's buffet time. Right. So our man thinks he's going to solo the bird brigade with Fireball like he's Gandalf on a budget. But nah, soon as the sky rats clock him, it's like he kicked a wasp nest with a meat suit. Feathers everywhere, squawks louder than a Saturday pub fight, and he's looking mad confused. Then, boom, reinforcements. Out of nowhere, proper knights roll up with shields, swords, and actual stats. Now it's full medieval mayhem. These knightly geezers ain't just cosplaying. They're bashing sky chickens like it's their 9 to 5. Bloke in front's got a shield the size of a dinner table and reflexes like he's dodged rent his whole life. Birds dive in screeching like they've clocked overtime, but bang, repel faster than your ex when you said, trust me. Shield girls holding formation like a student loan depends on it, while axe boys cleaving through wings like it's a roast on Sunday. Meanwhile, MC's off to the side like, so y'all had actual gear? Reality's setting in. This ain't no beginner quest. Gruv, she just summoned sunburn season in one move. Firestorm ain't even magic at this point. That's divine air fryer settings on max. 1 second it's feathers and flapping, next it's roast vulture deluxe. Served with a side of regret. She's not casting spells, she's rewriting weather reports. That bird's soul left the chat before the flames even hit. The others already planning their escape route back to the egg. And our MC, somewhere in the back reconsidering all life choices like, maybe I should have bought the armor. Mate stood there like he just walked into the wrong lobby on hardcore mode. Man's first thought, wow, that bird really caught a fade midair. Yup, ain't even clocked the danger yet. Then boom, she shows up, high heels and hellfire, wiping sweat like, Mondays. Her team's out here tanking hits, but she's barely warmed up. Shield bloke's all calm like, yeah, not as tough as I thought, while our guy's doing mental cartwheels trying to figure out if he's got that cheat code installed. And that last line? Classic noob energy. Can I do that too? Bruv, you can barely land without screaming. Let's start there. Brud's barely stepped 5 feet into Fantasyland and already beefing with bouncing jellybees. Meanwhile, Lady Firestarter's clocked him like a mum at a PTA meet. Who let this toddler into the battlefield? She's there thinking tactics and squad synergy. Man's just out here getting smoked by lime-flavoured marshmallows. He tries to leg it, proper panic sprint, but gets folded faster than cheat laundry. And that deadpan stare at the end? Pure regret. Man ain't thinking. What's next? He's thinking, how do I uninstall life updates? Bloke gets chased by 2 sentient gummy blobs, trips like it's his first day with knees, and lands face first in humiliation. Meanwhile, the peanut gallery, Night Lifts a Lot and Lady Combustion, they're just chilling, watching this man do parkour over nothing. Then the slime bounces off like it's late for a tea party. Man's got bruises, a bruised ego, and now he's muttering like a pensionary Miss Bingo Night. Look at that! Mr. Slime just got smacked into next week and still squeaks like a wind-up bath toy. Our boy tries to save face with a weak thank you, limping like he's just done a marathon in dress shoes. Big lad in armour ain't having it. Gives him that you alright there champ look. Meanwhile, Miss Flaming Death over there, she's grinning like a cat that's clocked the mouse pretending it wasn't caught. Nah, man's trying to act formal now like he didn't just flamethrower a bunch of pigeons last chapter. Then boom. Oh my, running into Geonci here again? Bruv, that's not fate. That's plot convenience mugging him in broad daylight. And what's this? Feels like fate is telling us to party up. No, mate. Fate's telling you to uninstall the game before you catch feelings and a lawsuit. He tries to play it cool with the classic, I was just hunting today. But the man's arm getting clung to like it's Black Friday at a body pillow store. Could you please let go of my arm? Bro's voice says polite, but that facial expression screams, send help, this ain't in my quest log. I'll definitely carry you through today, she says. Bruv, she's clinging to this man like she's got stock in his survival. Meanwhile, our guy's soul's already halfway logging out. That deadpan stare from the knight in the back? Mood. Man's one uwu away from rage quitting the entire realm. Sigh, no choice. Yeah, right. He says that like he ain't low-key loving the attention. Then hits us with, I should copy the Light of Healing for the last one. Bro's gaming the system like a tax fraudster with a maxed out charisma stat. Then Shorty pulls the old bait and switch. Okay then, in return? Bruv, whenever they say that with sparkles, it's never good. You're either about to get blackmailed or adopted into a side quest you didn't ask for. I'll be right back. Just need to run to the restroom. Translation. Man's not peeing, he's speedrunning intellectual theft off a slime. The squad, fully baffled. Bro dipped mid-raid like a Wi-Fi dropout, blaming his bladder while plotting a skill heist. Ends up face-to-face with 2 trembling jelly beans. Slime's shaking like they saw their search history exposed. He's scheming hard. Can't say I'm here to copy skills. Guess I'll cosplay as lactose intolerant. And drops the classic. Urgent bathroom situation. Oi, man's just trying to vibe, and here comes a flying boulder with claws. Straight out at Angry Birds Endgame Edition. Big Bird's got the whole Stonehenge Deluxe strapped under its talons like it's about to drop ancient history on someone's skull. Squad staring up like, yeah, nah, we weren't briefed for airborne geology today. You know it's bad when even the tank's considering early retirement. Stone hits for shield, like the sky's throwing hands. Boom! Instant tinnitus. MC cocks it. Right? Dodging sounds proper today. Classic brain cell in motion. But nah, them birds ain't finished. Triple threat squad rolls in flapping, like it's a boss phase. Wind blowing through her hair like she's about to drop a K-drama confession. Nah fam, that's just the calm before the barbecue. Fire wall. She don't build walls to block, she builds them to cook. Instant cremation mode on. Fire rain. Nah bruv. That ain't weather. It's divine punishment with splash damage. Fire spear. And there it is. Straight through the beak. Mid-air execution like she's hosting her own fireworks show. Feathered corpses included. She's not back in the team with potions. She's sending enemies straight to the Afterlife Express lane. No refund. She swings once, says it's clean now, like she just wiped a damn window. Nah, love. You just soloed a griffin like it owed you rent. Squad standing round like background NPCs. Shield lads giving orders no one listens to. Edgy rogues just collecting XP through vibes. And our man's out here realising he's the tutorial character in someone else's cutscene. He starts coping immediately. Wow, so many skills. I wonder how many EX class users have. Bro, that's not curiosity. That's pure, unfiltered career anxiety. And how'd she get all those busted skills? Not hard work, not training arcs. Nah, straight up Amazon Prime magic books. Man staring at capitalism in its final boss form. Rainbow in the sky like it's hope. But man just discovered pay to win is alive and well. Man just hit the upgrade button mid-fight. Copy-paste energy in full swing. Heels, iced out like he's moonwalking through Tesco's freezer aisle. Then, boom, squad's witnessing the transformation like they're in a mobile game ad. No way he just pulled that off. Nah, fam, believe it. My guy went from budget adventurer to walking skill emulator. And what's he drop? Fireball. Just that. No chant, no flair, like he's ordering takeaway. Launches it straight into the eagle's beak like, hold this, you flying rotisserie. Tank Bro and Fire Girl look like their pupil budget just ran out. No one caught this man was downloading DLCs in real time. MC says, Fireball, like he's ordering chips. No chant, no build-up. But man ends up chucking a whole sun like it's casual. Even he's baffled. Wait, why is it that big? Fam, you cast the thing, not summon a natural disaster. Curvy lady turns round like, Juionsi, be honest, you ain't a healer, are you? And he's there, smiling like it's Tuesday. Oh my, this is normal. Normal? What, you got a nuke on cooldown? Then MC hits us with internal patch notes. Skill got overcharge. Mana consumption goes brrr. Damage, also brrr. He tries to justify it. Even healers need defense, innit? Nah, bruv. You nearly deleted the map for 20% more source. Then he tries flexing. How much mana you got? Sis just goes, decent amount, while the system flashes 1.6 mil. Man's in tutorial mode while she's playing with the dev console. Tank Bro pulls the gang over like he's about to drop ancient wisdom. Lads, these slimes might look cute, but they're dangerous. Yeah? And what next? You gonna warn us about killer marshmallows? Whole team standing there, nodding like it's a TED talk. Meanwhile, the slime's looking up like, please, sir, I just wanted to photosynthesize. Then, bam! Blades come down like they're prepping salad. Everyone's clapping themselves on the back like they just saved the kingdom. What a heroic wipeout of jelly with eyes. One lad even goes, that felt a bit evil. You think? Bro, that slime died with a teardrop and a dream. MC's just trying to chill, and this geezer next to him's acting like he's narrating a war documentary. Whole squad stressed over slimes, like we're not on Tutorial Island. Then boom, boss activation condition met. Translation, plot device just clocked in. Next thing you know, big man triggers observer's authority like it's an admin panel in disguise. Area-wide surveillance mode on. Fog of war deleted. Then that ominous golden geezer spawns in like a limited time raid boss. Eyes glowing like he's seen your browser history. Oi, sky splits open like a Tesco meal deal gone wrong. And this feathered fraud descends like he's got divine Wi-Fi. Golden wings, glowing blade, whole entrance screaming final boss vibes. Then, boom, Sword of the Heavens gets summoned. Not by MC. Nah, this ain't his move. It's the flying op muppet in full pay-to-win form, flexing like he's got the dev console. MC's down there squinting, probably thinking, why's the weather casting judgment? 'Cause this ain't no quest, mate. This is pure celestial smoke incoming. Bro finally clocks it. Area of effect attack. Yeah, no joke, fam. The sky's vomiting divine lag spikes. Golden swords dropping like holy nukes, and everyone's moving like Tesco cashiers on a Sunday shift. Shields up, neck snapping, panic in full 4K. The flying NPCs just hovering there like, you lot done downloading that fear update yet? Shiny night? Man's calculating trauma in real time. Divine light turns murder mode real quick. Lasers go pew pew, trees start evaporating like they owe taxes. One poor sod gets hit dead in the leg, screams like he stubbed his soul. My leg! My leg! Bro, you're lucky it's still attached. Meanwhile, MC and squad dive for cover like it's dodgeball finals. Tank's holding on like he's got insurance on everyone's spinal cord. And that flying muppet? Just casually committing war crimes from above. No cooldown, no mercy. Tank Bro's looking like his whole stat sheet just got mugged. HP, defense, attack, all down bad. Debuff hit him so hard he needs therapy, not healing. MC reads the tooltip like he's checking the weather. Ah yes, 10 minutes of being useless. Lovely. Meanwhile, our flying chandelier up top's flexing with wings out, golden aura like he's cosplaying a patch note. Then MC grins. Man's idea of tactics? Let's run. Peak leadership right there. Bravery sponsored by common sense. Man's out here playing trauma nurse with a hoodie on, grabbing the squad, dragging them back to life like he's on cooldown management duty. Then, ding! Side quest unlocked. Eliminate Sky Demon, possibly die trying, get 5 gold and a shiny button. Cosmic Muppets out here handing out suicide missions like it's a scratch card. Reward? Special skill. Translation? 1 free respec, if you live. Love that for them. Somewhere out there, a bunch of cosmic streamers are watching MC's fight like it's season finale day on Twitch. Chat going mental. Bro, use Sword Rain with 0 spec points. Is that legal? Nerf this man. Meanwhile, the flying gold-plated menace just gips like he's got a dinner reservation. Oi, look at who's back. Golden Goose himself just floating in like he forgot his car keys mid-rampage. Everyone pointing like it's some kind of celestial parade. Is that Kane? Yeah, mate, that's him. Now he's glitching out like a dodgy NPC on a dial-up connection. Light beams drop like Judgment Day on Fast Forward. Kane out here casting Delete Area like it's a Monday morning chore. Everyone scrambling like pigeons in a fireworks show. No plan, just panic and prayer. One guy's like, let's run. Mate, you should have been running when he blinked. Meanwhile, the slime's just vibing in the death zone, clueless as ever. These little jelly beans don't know they're about to be steamed dumplings. Slime's gone rabid, turned into gremlin piranhas with Wi-Fi rage. Man's barely blinked and one's already halfway through his torso, like it's an all-you-can-eat adventurer buffet. Cue the scream, straight from the soul. That wah hit harder than his HP bar dropping to single digits. Back in the real world, MC watching it unfold like, yep, definitely uninstalling emotions after this one. MC's deep in stat math like he's solving taxis. Then his laptop jump scare level screams like it's haunted. Phone rings. Unknown number. Heart rate spikes. It's Hygie. Man's brain blue screen like, when did I save her number? She's all, you been back to Sky Island? MC? Hit her with the coldest no in gaming history. Meanwhile, she's casually watching how to speedrun the end of humanity, like it's a cooking tutorial. MC clocked the boss like it owed him rent. Big, ugly and packing trauma. Man's just staring at it like, ah yes, another Thursday. Meanwhile, that insectoid demon squad, built like a raid boss family reunion. He peeps the size, hears it's an attack, and calmly goes, right, gonna need bigger numbers. Then Heiji rings like she's checking in on his grocery list. And man's just sitting there watching hell spawn on screen like it's a cooking tutorial. Yep. Definitely gonna need more protein in my build. Seoul Grand Park. D-class swamp zone. Man pulls up thinking it's a beginner field. Finds it stacked with raid bosses in disguise. Big shots everywhere. Even YouTubers showed up. That's when you know death's trending. Someone spots an A-class like it's celeb sighting. That guy's from YouTube. Bruv, what's next? Sponsored wipes. Everyone hears B-class or above, chatting like they're waiting for brunch. MC stood there like an unpaid intern in a gladiator pit. You heard? It's just a warm-up for them. Yeah? Cool. I'll go cry behind that bush, thanks. Our boy's sweating buckets, in a monologue, screaming. He's in full panic cosplay. Changed outfits like that's gonna trick fate. My guy showed up with imposter syndrome and a dream. MC's about to combust from nerves when, boom, Hygie pops up like a lifeline with legs. Finally, someone I know. Bro nearly cries from relief. Then the intrusive thoughts kick in. Wait, wasn't this a B class and up thing? Yeah, mate, and you're here dressed as a Tesco value healer. Turns out he finessed his entry by fake registering as a support. Certified fraudulence, but make it tactical. Hygie ain't buying it though. She clocks his nonsense instantly. A F-class healer using C-class skills. She's roasting him like she's got a mic and a crowd. Good news? They need debuff removers, so the bar's on the floor. Bad news? The raid leader's pulling up. A man standing there with a CV full of cap. Every big shot in plate and polish rolls up like it's a cosplay contest for overcompensation. Hygie points him out like, yep, that's the raid squad. And MC's face says he'd rather vanish on the spot than be clocked as the Tesco tier fraud he is. Then walks in the final boss of social anxiety, Lee Hyung-sung. S-class jawline, cape flapping like he pays taxes on time, voice sharper than most swords. And what's he say? Let's check everyone's abilities first. Bruv. Man just announced the vibe check of the century, and MC's stat sheet is pure fiction. Raid leader swings that skyscraper of a sword like it's a bloody foam bat. Man calls it a warm-up, but the ground's out here catching trauma. Meanwhile, Hegie's grinning like she's about to settle old beef. And NC, man's trying to blend into the scenery like a 3-pound chameleon. Then it hits him. Hyung-sung's got the charisma of a final boss and the presence of a tax auditor. Not a soul complains. Not a whisper. MC's brain short-circuits mid-thought. Wow, totally so damn cool. Bruv simping mid-panic like his lungs forgot how to breathe. Lizard duo charges in like they've got beef with gravity, teeth out, attitude worse than a pub bouncer on minimum wage. And Hyung-sung, man slices through him mid-sentence like he's swiping away an ad. MC still starstruck, dead center in a group full of warriors, looking like he wandered in from a coding boot camp. Man's face says, damn, he cool. But his inside screaming, why am I here? Reality hits, swinging a sword with his twig stats? That's not bravery, that's suicide with extra steps. Thank God for the ring boosting his mana stats, because without it, bruv wouldn't even qualify as a decoy. Hyung-sung's out here giving reptiles PTSD, blade moving like he's slicing time itself. And MC? Man's analysing battlefield stats like it's a chess match. But let's be real, his muscle mass couldn't frighten a paper cut. Still, he heals someone's hand like he owes him money. Harry's clocked in too. Man's putting on such a light show, even the designated healer thinks he's trying to pull aggro with vibes alone. But MC's face says he's either about to pop off or pass out. Hyung-sung slicing lizards like he's on speedrun mode. Every swing's got more edge than a teen with a SoundCloud account. Man's eyes glowing red like he's logged into hell's Wi-Fi. Meanwhile, MC's watching like it's the Discovery Channel. Bro's standing there in Primark drip thinking, yeah, I could help. But what if I didn't? Strategy? Nah, that's procrastination with extra steps. System drops a banger. Evolutionary battle. Buffs so stacked they might as well come with tax fraud charges. Stats rising like rent, enemies dropping like common sense in group chats. And Hyung-sung, man found it. The cracked skill that turns meatheads into murder machines. Instant gains. No gym, no protein, just pure plot armor, trimmed in violence. Hyung-sung, standing there like a Dark Souls boss after wrecking half the swamp. Cape fluttering, blade soaked, and vibes feral. Whole forest's on fire, like it's scared of him. Not a word, not a twitch, just bare menace and protein powder energy. Man's aura said I soloed the raid and took your ego with it. And just when the swamp thought it could breathe, boom, out comes this oversized gecko on steroids, screaming like someone nicked his last protein shake. Whole squads flinching, MC included, like they just got caught in a group project without prep. Mate didn't walk in. He descended like budget Godzilla with a grudge. Skill pop-up hits mid-air like a sponsored ad. Flight mode, 60 seconds of airborne ego. And of course, Captain Cape's already soaring like he's auditioning for a Marvel reboot. Meanwhile, the lizard boss clocks it late. Man's gripping his sword like it's his first day on the job. Too slow, too stunned, too cooked. Lizard boss tries to come down with that overhead swing like he's playing whack-a-noob. Man's about to get humbled. Next thing you know, Flying Lad slices clean through like he's cutting ribbon at a shop opening. 2 achievement pop-ups later, and the side crew's already sweating like they did something. Bruv in armour's out here admitting he nearly TK'd the healer like it's Tuesday, flipping NPCs with swords and zero awareness. You get rewards even if you don't fight? Man's out here trying to finesse the system like he's the taxman's long-lost son. 300 yen spent flapping through the raid. Bo didn't swing a sword. He just gossiped with manner. So that was judged as contribution. Nah, that's not contribution. That's scamming on easy mode. Give this guy a cloak, then call him NHS fraud. Mentoring has amazing utility, yeah? So does lying with confidence. Meanwhile, Steel Daddy's unsheathing Excalibur like he's about to evict a dragon, with interest. Steel Daddy pulls the squad in like he's about to drop a TED talk on monster murder. Meanwhile, MC's clocking his party roll like he's a Tesco employee reading the wrong rota. I'm only here to provide mental support. My brother in Christ, that's not a role. It's emotional freeloading. You're not in a raid, you're in group therapy. Then, ding, skill window pops up like a cursed pop-up ad. Exhaust S, drains mana like a crypto scam and buffs allies like a dodgy protein shake. MC's looking at it like, this? This is what's keeping me off the death list? Mate's clinging to utility skills like a mobile game player hoarding freebies. Then MC hips us with internal patch notes. Skill got overcharge. Mana consumption goes brrr. Damage also brrr. Steel Daddy's doing announcements like a nightly PA system. And the healer here, MC blushes like it's prom night. Yes, I'm a support specialist and a healer. Nah, bruv, you're a walking scam ad with glitter. Want to buy some courage? Mate thinks he's a magical Avon rep. MC's back home flop like a Tesco bag in the wind, moaning, I'm so tired I could die. Mate, you barely broke a sweat pretending to be NHS approved. Status window. Here we go. Man's about to check if scamming XP gives joint pain. Plus 57 heal, plus 1000 SP. Oi, they gave him loyalty points for lying. Then, boom, quest complete. 31 contribution points awarded. Bro really got paid premium for standing around like a lost intern at a startup. Contribution quest. Plus 10 contribution points awarded. So what now? Man gets points just for existing? Breathing's a passive income source now. Quest complete. Plus 10 more contribution points. This ain't even grinding. This is tax evasion dressed in system UI. MC sat there like, why do I always question stuff when the system clearly don't care? 'Cause deep down, you know you're robbing fate blind, you cheeky fraud. Still, man looks at his points like he's cracked a bank vault with a toothpick. Alright then. Yeah. Man's about to manifest another payday by just blinking. Does this reward help me level up or what? MC clicks that button like he's claiming cash back on Divine Chaos. Plus 50 HP, plus 5 strength, plus 2 luck. Man's stat sheet looking like it just drank a protein shake and a Red Bull. Then MC hits us with internal patch notes. Skill got overcharge. Mana consumption goes brrr. Damage also brrr. But the catch? If he fumbles, he might explode like a Tesco microwave in a student flat. Meanwhile, Steel Daddy's swinging like it's a fencing final at the apocalypse. I don't count light bruises. Bruv, what's next? You dodging taxes with that same energy? Buddy unlocks overcharge and immediately starts juking around like he's in a VR boxing sim. Mana flaring, HP crying, looking like a Tesco firework gone rogue. It would have been nice if I could nick 4 skills. Bruv, what do you mean, only? Man talks like he's got a punch card for respawns. Back in the flat, man's hunched over his laptop, doing dark magic spreadsheets like he's prepping for wizard tax season. Now that I combine 3 skills. Oh, brilliant. Just what we need. More ways for you to accidentally nuke the furniture. MC walks into the field looking like an extra from Assassin's Creed. Hood up, hands glowing, and 0 clue what he's doing. Time to test the attack buff. Fam says that like he didn't just chuck a solar flare at a goblin with the grace of a toddler lobbing a meatball. Meanwhile, the forums are popping off. One geezer's screaming, anyone know how this works? While another's typing a thesis like he's solving quantum physics with patch notes. Third blunk? Just happy it ain't him on fire. Classic. One man's chaos is another man's Reddit karma. Bloke logs in, sees the snake boss trending like it's a TikTok scandal. 4 million views and counting. Real-time reaction. That's a field boss. Yeah, mate, and it's doing lax like it's in Mario Kart. Man clocks the aggro's locked on someone else and thinks he's safe. Spoiler alert. Nah, fam, Snake does a 180 like, you thought, and suddenly Agai's the main course. Moral of the story? Don't celebrate dodging a bullet while it's still midair. What kind of fireball is that? Illegal. Mate, that weren't a spell, it was a tax write-off for war crimes. Wait, that person, could it be? Yeah, bruv, it's MC, accidentally cosplaying as a final boss with zero aim. He's coming this way. Run, fam. Man just press W like it solves everything. Bruv, man's wildin' so hard he's got the mob stripping in their own hood. MC really pulled up like, I don't know what I'm doing, but y'all better move. Crazy dodger. Nah, fam, you're not dodging. He's just missing on a spiritual level. And MC strolls out the smoke like he just unplugged the server. Heek! Bruv sounded like he stepped on a Lego with his whole soul. Snake Boy's spinning like he's buffering mid-combat. Man's running 12 FPS in a cutscene. That should be enough, just die already. Oi, calm down, Lava Gremlin, this ain't Mortal Kombat. Meanwhile, the NPC's in the back clocking in like, yeah, there's a half-dead psycho melting fools with chip damage. Is this still a raid or street therapy? Car rolls up like it just finished eating stock options. Secretary jumps out, all business. Heels clicking like war drums. You have 1 hour and 24 minutes. Fam, didn't even say hello. Just hit him with Google Calendar energy and zero human warmth. This man leans back in that luxury seat like he's CEO of being unbothered. Flips his phone, sees psycho party footage, and goes, you concerned? Nah, mate, he's treating war crimes like YouTube shorts. Of course, they're the one who made me who I am. Bro dropped that like a Bond villain mid-meeting. Calm, cryptic, and probably sipping trauma like espresso. You seem quite fond of that person, for good reason. Secretary clocked the obsession faster than HR in a scandal. But it doesn't mean I have weaknesses. Nah, man's ego got plot armor. He'd tank heartbreak and call it character development. Meanwhile, in the bush, MC out here soloing a boss snake like it owes rent. Swift, precise, moving like he skipped tutorial and logged in maxed out. Uh-oh. You know it's serious when a geezer pauses mid-smirk to drop intel. Why are the movements of the upper class odd? Translation, the rich lot's scheming again. Probably planning a hostile takeover of common sense. Keep a close eye on those that act like rebels. He clocked them side characters acting too main. With the media attention focused elsewhere, classic. Man's running surveillance like it's chess and the board owes him rent. I hope they don't trouble my Eden. That's code for, try me and I'll personally respawn you in a tutorial zone. Blondie chilling at his villain desk, watching carnage like it's Netflix Premium. Big boom on the screen. Fire everywhere. Man leans back smirking like he just saw episode 1 of I Told You So. Psychopath, huh? Bruv's out here diagnosing the chaos while enjoying it. Someone get this man a PhD in petty evil.